morning, friends. It is Friday, March 6th, and I am doing part 2 of my weekly reading vlog for March Mystery Madness, Middle Grade March, and the Irish Readathon, and possibly March of the Mammoths if I can get together what I want to read for that. But anyway, that might come later in the month. So today I am going to be trying to finish the group read Book of Boy for middle grade March. I am about, I think I'm like 50 some pages in at the moment, and there's like not quite 300 pages. And the printing, formatting, yeah, is pretty, like the margins, what am I trying to say? The spacing between the lines is pretty large, so it's not going to take me too long. But I am off today, so I am going to take this to my dentist appointment with me so I can read it whilst I wait. And then hopefully, if that doesn't go badly, then hopefully I'll be home again soon and I can read some more. So that's my day today. I have to go to the dentist at around noon, and until then, I am just going to read the Book of Boy, and if I, get tired of physically reading or need to do something else, then I will listen to an audiobook, or I've been watching BookTube. It's about 9 o'clock at this point, and I've just been watching BookTube. So I'll probably finish the video I'm watching right now from Tara at Buzzword Books, and then I will get to reading. So, all right, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Okay, so I read for an hour after I did a little bit of housework, and it is now a little after 10:30, and I got to page 100 in the Book of Boy. So that was only about 50 pages that I read, but I was texting people and, a little distracted too. But anyway, 50 pages in an hour is actually pretty good for me. So, with any book, really, I generally seem to physically read 40 pages in an hour. And it seems like it's always like that. It doesn't even matter what the pages are like. I'm not sure why. But anyway, this is actually pretty good. I like it. It definitely is not going to live up to the other two group reads we've had, as far as I'm concerned. But it's a really interesting premise. It's set in medieval Europe, and it involves a little boy who is a hunchback. So in that era, he was very much looked at as a monster, and he believes himself to be a monster, and all he wants is for Saint Peter of Rome, who is dead at this point, obviously, but this is all about his quest, his pilgrimage to the tomb of Saint Peter, and he really wants Saint Peter to heal him and take away his hump and also his curly hair, because apparently that is a source of shame for him as well, which is kind of silly. But sorry, my timer went off and cut off the video. So anyway, he wants St. Peter to heal him, and it's basically it's a journey at this point, and he and this guy who is a pilgrim is taking him on as his like servant and the person who carries his load, his burden. So yeah, it's very interesting at any rate, but it's definitely not like a, so far it doesn't feel like a heartwarming tale like Sweep and The Girl Who Drank the Moon. The writing style is just different. It's a little bit more oh, what's the word? It's not as like flowery, which in some respects is good. I'm not always a big flowery writer person, but this one it's more austere and kind of written more as if it was a medieval text. So So yeah, it's a little different, but I'm enjoying it. So I'm hoping to get that done today. But right now, I'm going to go have a snack, mid-morning snack, because I don't know that I will actually be able to eat lunch before I go to my appointment. So I just need something to kind of tide me over. But okay, I'll talk to you later on. Hello, I'm back from the dentist. There was nothing wrong with my tooth. I don't know what's happening. He does think that I'm just clenching my jaw at night. So I do have a retainer that I really was only told that I have to wear every, like once a week to, because I had Invisalign braces for a while, but that was like years ago. So they said just to wear it once a week to like keep my teeth the way they're supposed to be. um, but the dentist recommended that I start wearing it every night for a while and see if that helps. So that is going to be my plan. I also have a chiropractor appointment tomorrow, so I might have him do a little something just to see if that helps. That sorry, what's happening? Um, if that makes it go away any faster. Yeah, I'm glad I went and got it checked out, but it's kind of like, I like how everybody feels whenever they have an unexplained ailment or pain or something, and they go to the doctor and they're like, oh, nope, nothing's wrong. And you're like, but why? Why do I feel like this? So, but it's fine. I mean, definitely feels better than it did. So it probably was something where I clenched my jaw really, really bad one night or something and just, made something go wrong. So, but anyway, I am now going to try to read for another hour of the Book of Boy. I read a little bit while I was waiting for the dentist, but obviously I'm trying to finish this tonight, but my aunt just called and wants to go to uh, dinner tonight with my family, so we're going to do that. So hopefully, if I get home in time, I want to watch and participate live in the Talking Amongst Your Shelf live stream that Kate Howe does with a couple of her friends. And she does this like monthly. And last month, I knew it was coming. I was home, but I lost track of time, and I didn't get it until they were like almost done with with the live. So it starts at 8:30. So as long as my family doesn't want to have like a game night after dinner, then I might be able to watch it live. So I'm hoping. But and then I'm going to try to get Book of Boy finished. So that's the plan. So I will check back in with you later and let you know if that actually happened. Huh. This just took a very odd turn. Very different than what I was expecting. Interesting. Okay, we read on. Hi, friends. It is Saturday, and I got home late last night. I think I told you that my aunt wanted to go out to dinner, and then we did play games afterwards, so I didn't get home till later, so I decided to wait and update you today. So I did finish the group read Book of Boy yesterday, probably at like 11:30 at night when I got home. I finished like the last 20 pages or so. Um, my overall thoughts on this is that it was an interesting premise, but I didn't really care for the writing style, and I felt like the characters weren't explained well enough. Like, without giving spoilers, I'm not really sure how to say it, but like, I don't really understand why Boy was there. And like, why anything was the way it was in this book. So I felt like it was very, very elementary, sort of, but also it kind of had themes that I feel like most middle grade readers would not really be into. I like I would look at this as like a historical fiction, definitely, but I'm not sure that like a 12-year-old picking this up would be like, oh, that was really cool. um, sorry, I'm switching my hands here. Ooh, sorry. I mean, it was about, pilgrimages in the Middle Ages to look for these religious relics, and it was basically just their very long journey to Rome. Um, and I don't know. It was very odd, and it took a very weird turn. Like, I wasn't expecting what happened, but then I don't. But then once the twist happened, I was like, but why? Why is he that way? Um, and well, you don't know if you haven't read this, but I would have loved some backstory, and I never got that with anybody. I got a little bit with the secondary character in this, which ironically his name is Secondus. So we got a little bit of backstory with him, but we never got any backstory with Boy, and it never was resolved about why he came to be where he was, and what the purpose of it was. And for an adult reader, I was just like, what? So I'd be really interested to know if anyone else has read the Book of Boy yet, what you think. The only things I've heard about it, to know that people had like kind of differing opinions on it, was during Krista and Katie's live. So I haven't seen any other reviews of it. So I might go and look those up today and see what's happening, what other people are saying about it. I'm just not really sure what to feel about it, or how to express my thoughts on it. It was just very odd. The whole thing was odd. and, and it was very slow. Like, it was only 278 pages, I think, but I was reading it for so long. And yeah, it was just, I don't know. It just felt it dragged a lot, I thought. So I gave it a 3-star because I felt like it was a very interesting premise. And I did like the historical knowledge in it. So for me, for an adult, I thought that was interesting. But I thought for a kid, probably not so much. And I felt like it dragged. And I the whole thing just felt weird. So I couldn't give it any higher than a 3. But yeah. So they can't all be Sweep. They can't all be the girl who drank the moon. So it was fine, but it was nothing that's going to become a new favorite. Definitely not. Now, today, I am switching gears to March Mystery Madness, and I am going to read BookTube's own Charles Heathcote. I'm going to be reading his new cozy mystery book, The Heir to Murder, and I'm very excited about it. I just found Charlie on BookTube through Kate Howe's channel, and I was watching him, and I just think his humor is funny, and I mean, humor is funny. Um, words are hard. And, but I just think Charlie is like self-deprecatingly funny. And I thought after I watched a few of his videos, I was like, yeah, I think I would like to read something that he's written. So I got the ebook copy, so that's why you're seeing like a little screenshot there of the title because or of the cover because my e-reader, my Kindle is not one of the fancy ones that has color to it. It just has a backlight, which is perfectly fine for me, but it doesn't make for great pictures. So, um, so I don't get the fancy, nice color copy. But so yeah, and so far I've already started it. I'm about 3 chapters in, and I've laughed out loud at least 5 times. So so I like it a lot so far. There's definitely a lot of English humor in it that like some of it goes over my head because I'm not familiar with the subjects he's talking about. But I mean, it's not a big deal that, it is what it is. I'm sure that happens when English people read American books. So, but I definitely like his style. It's very off the cuff funny. So, um, I'm excited to read it. And it's pretty short. So, I should be able to get it done today. So that's a good thing because I'm still rolling on this one book a day thing. I'm pretty impressed with myself, I'm not going to lie. So, but I do have to do some housework. So I might not be able to check in with you again until tomorrow if I don't get it done before like 11:45 tonight. So, but I'll check back in with you later and let you know my thoughts. Okay, bye. Good morning, friends. It is the 8th of March, which is Sunday, and I have been busy today. Let me update you on what I have been reading. I made it through half of Charles Heathcote's new novel, The Heir to Murder, which is his first, I think his first, cozy mystery. And I will link his channel below. I had to physically read it, so I only made it through half yesterday. So today I will hopefully be finishing it. Focuses on a 25-year-old girl named Alice who just lost her job and is living with her parents, and through a series of weird events has inherited a house and some crazy things are happening. So um, so yeah, it's really interesting so far, and I'm really enjoying the humor. Oh, and in order to stick with my book a day thing that I'm trying to do for at least a week, we'll see, is I finished A Castle on the Hill by Agatha Frost. And it is the second in a series that I started last year sometime, I think for maybe for Cloak and Dagger Christmas. I don't really remember when I started that series, but I read the first one last year on ebook, and I discovered that Scribd had an audiobook version of it, and it was only 4 hours long. So I started that one in the evening on double speed and listened to it while I was at the gym last night and was able to get it done. So that one follows, it's also a British cozy mystery, and it follows a woman named Liz who is a retired cop, I believe, or a retired detective. I can't remember, but anyway, she was on the police force in England, and she had a tragedy with a loved one. So she retired from the force and moved to a place called Scarlet Cove, and she opened a like a painting store. I don't know what the word, not a gallery, but like a paint supply and art store. So it's just, your typical cozy mystery series. But this one It actually is on in Halloween season, and it's possibly a little bit more gruesome than most cozy mysteries that I read, but not too bad. I mean, just what happens to the victim was a little gruesome, but after that initial thing, it really wasn't too bad. So, um, but yeah, it was fun. It's not like the best cozy mystery series I've ever read, but it's cute enough that I I will continue the series. I think it's an ongoing series. I think there's 3 out at the moment, and they're short, so it's, no big deal to read them quickly. So I might move on to the third one this month. We'll see how my book a day thing goes. So, but anyway, right now I'm going to continue tidying up my house a little bit, and I'm going to make dinner for my parents tonight. We're going to have, well, actually, it's really, I guess, called cottage pie because I'm going to be using ground beef in it. But I'm making it for my friends next week, and I've never made it before, so I'm experimenting on my parents first. so, so yeah, I'm going to do that and possibly listen to an audiobook while I am doing that, or I might just watch some booktube and then focus on Charles Charles book whenever I'm done. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'll check back in with you later and I'll show you the cottage pie when I get it all put together. So all right, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Okay, I have been spending all afternoon making cottage pie and making sure that my house is presentable for my parents. So it is now going on 2:45, and I am finally going to sit down and read some of Charlie's book. So hopefully by the end of this day, I will have Heir to Murder done. But this may be the day that a book a day ends. We'll see. It would be nice to carry it on further than 1 week, but we'll see. Good thing that it's an enjoyable book. Maybe that will force me to read for longer. All right, bye. Hello. I'm the worst. Number one, I didn't take a picture of the final product of my cottage pie slash shepherd's pie that I made for dinner tonight. I ate it too fast and wasn't thinking. But it was very good. Maybe tomorrow I will take a picture of it because I have leftovers. So, oopsie. And also, I was supposed to be starting a buddy read with Tia from Tia and All the Books today. Didn't realize that it was the day we said we were going to start. So she texted me earlier and was like, "Hey, are we starting our buddy read today?" And I'm like, oh crap. So luckily I was able to find an ebook copy. We are going to be reading Echo by Pam Yunez Ryan together. So I found an audiobook, the audiobook, and an ebook so I can follow along so that we can, do the same amount of chapters every day. So, because after she texted me, I started listening to a little bit of the audiobook, and it's one of those audiobooks that doesn't say like chapter 1, chapter 2. So I was like, oh crap, I'm not going to know like where she is if I don't get my physical copy. So I did find an audio or an ebook copy, so that's good. So now I just have to wait for her to tell me like what pace she wants to go. Because obviously I'm trying to do a 1 book a day thing. So like if it was just me doing it, I would probably try to get through it all in 1 day. But I don't want to do that to somebody else. So I'm going to pace myself with her. So I'm letting her decide. So, but anyway, until I hear back from her, I'm not going to continue anymore with Echo. So well, this isn't helping you at all. I'm going to continue with Heir to Murder because I cooked and cleaned all day. So I did not read anything yet today. So it's about 6 o'clock and I'm just now sitting down to read. So I'm going to set an alarm for 1 hour, or a timer for 1 hour, see how far I can get. So I will talk to you when I have some more thoughts. Okay, bye. Okay, so I think I am admitting defeat on the one book a day thing at day number 8. Although, just for a little bit, I do want to catch up. So I'm thinking that if I can at some point in the near future do an audiobook and maybe one of those Yates plays all in the same day, that I'm still going to count, because if I read an entire play in a day, that still to me counts as reading something every day, like finishing a thing every day. So we'll see. um, but anyway, so I'm not admitting defeat totally, because actually I should be going more off of, I want to try to read 31 books in the month. So, I mean, it's possible for me, like on a Saturday, if I just devote time to some middle grade books, it's possible that I could get 2 done in a day, especially if I listen to an audiobook. So, it is possible. But I am still working on The Heir to Murder. I'm still enjoying it fully. I haven't had time to concentrate on it today. I did message Charlie earlier because I follow him on Instagram and on YouTube. And there were a couple of, why can't I think of the word? There are just a couple of things that are British things, like acronyms. That's the word I was looking for. That for British organizations that he kept using, and I was like, did I miss that? What is that? What does that mean? So I just messaged him and I was like, hey Charlie, I'm an American. I don't know what you're talking about. Can you explain it to me? So, and he did, and he was very kind about it, and he didn't think I was being dumb. So, but that to me, I don't mind if things like that aren't explained, because I like to find out about other places and cultures and things that I don't normally see in a book, even if it is an English book, like just even regional things that maybe an editor might take out thinking it's too regional or something. I actually enjoy seeing that. So like I don't mind at all. And it's kind of nice, like that's the nice thing about social media now, that like authors like Charlie and the cozy mystery author that I follow, London Lovett, I have messaged her a couple of times, asking her questions, and even just like I messaged her once about writing advice, and she was really nice and got back to me. And so it's just kind of, that's the nice side of social media, when like people that you don't know in person are willing to be kind and answer your questions and just chat. so so yeah, but so anyway, I'm admitting a defeat for today. I think between all of my prep work for my parents to come over and daylight savings time, all of that, I think, just kind of ruined my chances to finish anything today. So, but I am going to read for a couple more minutes. I don't know, a little bit until I fall asleep. And then we'll start another vlog tomorrow, and maybe we can get on back on track with this everyday thing. We'll see. So, all right, I'll talk to you later, friends. I hope you have a lovely week, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.